environment. It's a big issue. But anyways, check it out. That was the truckers thing. I thought about. Oh, that was supposed not to be there, but anyways, that's there. But that's a good meme.
Yeah, it's hate is one small. Yeah, for sure, man.
So this is what the media actually. This gets related because the media itself. Look what they've done. And the truckers convoy, because we know the truckers convoy was peace and love. It was like a Woodstock, for God's sakes, in Canada.
Yeah, it was a people's movement.
But look at the media. What they did. All they did was focus on the very few people that they thought were hateful. Okay, out of them, thousands and thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands.
Just like they're focusing on the very few scientists whom they agree with.
That's
and
right.
Those are the right ones, right? You notice how these people are like doing the same kind of patterns. Once you notice their patterns of thinking and their patterns of their modus operandi, so to speak, you notice how they're doing it, right? One thing that you notice is that how they cram words together. So you're not just a racist, but you're racist, misogynist, Islamophobe. They do because they don't really care about people. They don't really care about these issues. They use these issues as weapons.
That's right.
That's why they actually cram them together, right? So you notice whenever they have these accusations, best example, right?
Yeah.
With the truckers convoy,
Yeah.
don't be the truckers convoy are just racist. They're racist, they're white misogynist, white supremacist, homophobic. Why?
Transphobic.
Why are they doing that? Why they doing? And not only that,
You tell us why, because that was a good way. Go.
well, I think it's because they're using them as tools, and they're doing it to. It's like going to war, right? Once you go to war, how do you go to war? And everybody's been playing like strategy games, right? You laid out your army. You have your infantry, and then you have your cannons, you have your cavalry, whatever. If you play Age of Empires or whatever you play, right? So you always have the army. So they're using these people or these minority groups or these ideas, right? In the case of science, as weapons. So they throw anything that they have against the populace, against the citizens, right? So if they can use climate change, boom. If not, they switch it on whatever else, war. If not, then it's gonna be the minorities, and then it's gonna be this minority, that minority. So whatever weapon they have at hand at their arsenal, and when people get wise enough of one, they switch to another. That's why when people get accused in this kind of things, for example,
There's
for
a
the
list
trucker,
of them. Yeah.
there's a list of them, right? So if the truckers are not racist, they for sure are gonna be Islamophobe. If they're not Islamophobe, for sure they're gonna be whatever else is in their arsenal.
So one of the answers has got to be right.
Right, exactly. That's
so
what
it's
they're
like
doing.
a scapegoat type of thing.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's how you know when they're doing that. They know they're not serious about this, right?
Yeah.
Because if you would be serious about it, you would actually stick on one and go to the bottom of it, right? But they're not. They're not for that, right?
No.
They're just cram them together.
Cram them together.
Collectivism, baby.
All right, collectivism. Let's go to the next meme. This one's funny.
Oh yeah, that's the bad boys, man.
This is where we talk about money and science. So, money and science don't go well hand in hand on this one. And United Nations is the worst for this one. Give me money. We'll solve climate change for you. And I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna dish our money into certain group of scientists and exclude everybody else out of it. That worries me. That always worries me.
I like the guy's mustache.
Yeah,
It's like the guy that gives the money. It looks like a Mongol kind of Tartar,
no kidding.
kind of like,
like-
what does that mean?
Yeah, like don't shoot me, goddammit. Yeah.
Here's the money.
Here's the money. Here's the money. So, anyways, the next one's here. Whoops.
Oh, look, it's Indy. It's Indy.
Indy. I thought this was funny because we're just exchanging one science for another. Because we're getting caught with the other one because we don't have the lines of evidence to support it completely. So now we're gonna just hey, let's do climate change.
That's the old switch and bait, eh?
Yeah, old switch and bait. I love this one. This one meme. This one's great. This one's funny as shit. Greta.
Oh, Greta, man.
2065. We only have 1 month to save the world. Yeah, because remember how she always like screams, we only have 1 month,
it's
we
always
only have a year.
they always go like that, eh? So
Yeah.
you notice that's one thing that I noticed, eh?
Yeah.
People they want to because to actually think about these are real hard topics, right?
Yeah.
So if you think about things, you have to kind of sit down and debate, and the people they want to rush you into things to kind of like have something quick.
Yeah.
They use this kind of like emergency. We need to do it.
Scare
we need To
tactics.
save it. Yeah, scare tactics, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to do it today, now.
Now.
Right? Because if you do it now, it's like you pay your money and then
They're like scientists, like evangelist scientists type of thing. They're like evangelists. Like Greta's an evangelist for science, climate change, okay? And it seems like they're give me more money, like send your checks, like You know, because I'm like,
What's that guy's name with the documentary they made? He was the
oh, The Inconvenient Truth.
that bad boy.
Yeah, he's another scare tactic.
Yeah, those guys made a lot of money, man. It's like
A lot of money.
It's but that goes to everything. Like nobody accused anybody for fucking all the wars, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
Florida's
the most
still
topic, you know?
Florida's not in the water, by the way. It's still up. You know, it's still the coast is still there. It's
Oh
not
yeah,
in
yeah.
the water
Didn't
yet.
Obama buy a house in Martha's Vineyard?
Yeah, I know, that's right.
It's like right by the water.
water
right?
as well.
They can, right, because they are it's crazy, man, with these people.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
And the thing is, you know, we talked about CO2 emissions.
CO2 is good. It's for me and you.
Yeah, it's like that.
Not just for me and you, for
It's
plants as well.
especially. And then CO2, this is the thing, a volcano will emit more CO2 emissions than all the cows will in 25 years. Like, we say that, oh, cows are the reason why there's a CO2. I said, well, because you don't like to eat meat. Or we'll say, you're the reason. You're the problem because you're breathing. And there's this new academia where they're teaching kids now, that, oh, the earth is whining and moaning because there's too much people on the earth. And I said, no, there's
that's
too
a
many.
fallacy.
That's a fallacy. I think there's too much dumb people on the earth, that's for sure. And too many
We need
people
more
that are not.
people.
Yeah, we need more.
Just have more sex, people. Have more sex.
Yeah, have
Get
more
married.
sex.
Have more sex.
That's right.
Have more kids.
You know, it's so funny. I come from a family of, last episode I told you, a family of 22 children. Okay, my mother
22, man,
My mother
yeah.
comes from a family of 22. So, but I've got in my family of 22. It's funny. I've got 3 lesbian aunts.
Oh wow.
Is that weird? As you know.
Oh,
So I think Mother
they're
Nature.
Cool. They're hip
I
with
think.
it.
I think.
Are they cool lesbians or
they're cool.
Karens?
No, they're cool lesbians. They're cool. I think Mother Nature tries to balance things out. I think that's why homosexuality exists, and I think that's why lesbians exist, and that's why.
Yeah, man.
I think
Nature
it's Mother
balances
Nature,
out.
Mother's natural ability to stop procreation, because most gay men and most lesbians I know don't want children.
Yeah, they
That's a fallacy that goes to
it depends, unless you're Dave Rubin. That guy has like he's gonna have
I know.
two kids now.
He-
But hey, to
you
each
can
his own,
have
no?
kids if you
I'm
want
not,
to.
I'm not. Yeah, for sure.
If you
sure.
want a kid, I'm okay with that, because I'd rather, a kid be raised by 2 gay men who are healthy and sane
Yeah,
than, and raised in an unhealthy
Okay,
environment. But
what was that movie called? Cage as Folie or
La Cage aux Folles.
La Cage aux Folles. Yeah, that's
La
right,
Cage aux
that's
Folles.
right.
Yeah.
That's with Robin Williams. I forget the film, but it's a very famous
It
film.
was a really famous film. There was a French version of it, and then there was the
was
modern
the
version of it
original
with
is
Robin
French, I
Williams.
think, right?
Yeah, they're right. Yeah.
Good movie. Fun
Yeah,
as
it's a really
hell.
good movie. But it talks about gay life, and most of the gay people in the gay community don't want children. That's the actual
Yeah.
fact. I could say it right
And
now.
that's
as
the
a gay
science.
Man. As a gay man, yeah. As a gay man, go to the next one that we go at. I like this one.
Oh,
too.
you look at that.
Yeah.
It's like a solar power
Yeah.
forest, right?
Yeah, it's great.
Cutting down the trees to build a forest out of
How
solar
could-
panels that you throw away after a couple
I know.
years.
How is this green? Like, you just destroyed half of the trees that like suck in CO2.
Well, maybe the
and then
panels are
emit
green.
oxygen.
They're painted
Yeah.
green.
Yeah, that's right. They're painted green.
That's what they mean.
It's like 100% beef on a McDonald's burger.
That's right.
It's just the corporation. It's not real beef, but yeah.
That's right. It's like all 100% natural, and it's like
yeah, no kidding.
it's made in a factory.
Here's the next one here. Yeah, this one's funny. This was the one that we were just talking about. Like, this is a carbon capture and storage plant. That's
Yeah.
a real storage plant, and this is a psychopathic delusional storage plant. I thought that was hilarious, because it was like I couldn't. When I saw that, because there is actually a plant like that they built
Yeah.
millions of dollars, and I'm
Chernobyl?
like, and it doesn't work, and I'm like, so you spent $250 million of taxpayers' money for something that doesn't work.
It's art, man. It's modern
It's
art.
Yeah, it's modern art, because that's all it's going to be. It's a paperweight. To be honest, I don't even understand how the scientists could have worked there, knowing that's not going to work, when we have a natural way of doing
They
it.
end up being like overtaken by nature. Have you gone online and saw those beautiful pictures taken by various photographs around the world, or various like places that are being like abandoned, like parks and like
Yeah.
buildings, and they've been overtaken by nature, right? That's
Yeah.
what happens, right?
Yeah, that's right. Like, they're just taken over by plants and trees,
The-
and just
the
overgrowth.
technology and science has a usefulness to it. There has to be. If it's not useful, then it becomes a sort of religion, right? right?
Yeah.
Because the religion does have a usefulness to it, but it also has a metaphysical side to it.
That's right.
The science is mostly materialistic, and it's only the material part, whereas
Yeah.
religion and culture transcends that.
That's right. And